to get the computer to work now, which is hanging on by a thread. $54 million radio station, $8 equipment. Welcome, Isabel.
Hello, hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm playing Love Boat music, so you can probably guess the 95 Rock fall road trip will be on a cruise ship.
Can you call it a road trip if it's going to be on a cruise ship?
It is. It's a cruise road trip.
Okay.
I have bigger issues.
What?
Yeah, let's listen. When she derails my conversation, ignore her, Isabel. Just
Okay,
keep
got it.
rolling.
Throw
all
the
right?
phone across the room.
Just blow through.
I mean,
yes, we can call it a road trip. I'm driving on the road to get to the
To get
airport.
to the boat.
To get to the
Okay.
airport, to go on the
get to the
airplane, to take the transfer bus to the hotel, where I will also take a transfer bus then to the ship the next day.
I've never been on a cruise.
So it's planes, boats, and busmobiles, okay? Put the phone down on the floor, Lenny. It's a piece of crap, and it doesn't belong in our studio because the overlords that work here are too effing cheap to buy a damn webcam. It fell there at velocity. Everybody's going to pick that phone up today that I threw. And I just would like everybody, thank you for your efforts, though, I guess I should say.
That took a couple of years off his life. He's old.
Anyway, so Isabella's here from Travel Leaders. I'm sorry for the
oh,
drama.
you're fine.
I'm sorry for the
Super
I got
exciting.
I'm trying to launch. The computer over here also is not working well. It's working, but not well. So everything takes a while in spinning circle, and then the screen, and then it comes back. But I'm now able to. I'm also, besides doing the video, I'm also producing the internet things.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Social media.
Yeah.
The web page. I have a lot I'm doing.
I know. I wish I could help you.
I understand you worked with Lester, and over there you had an omelet station, and you had all these webcams, and you had
Right.
producers,
Everything
and you
worked.
got your bunions rubbed.
Totally.
Over here, there is Tom. So Isabel is here from Travel Leaders. We're going to announce the fall road trip as soon as my whiny ass is done. Let's do a drum roll. How do you want to? You announce what it is. The 95 WIIL Rock fall road trip. You got to wait for the end of the world's longest drum roll. It's a long one. Fall road trip, bucket list trip, fall road trip 2023 to
Barcelona to Rome.
Barcelona to Rome aboard the Celebrity Edge.
Correct.
I love cruises, and this Celebrity Edge, since it came out a few years ago, I've always wanted to go on this cruise
It's a
ship.
beauty.
It
My
is
goodness.
Celebrity cruises is like that's good stuff. That's
Good quality.
and
Absolutely.
The Edge is like their specialty, one of their specialty boats. It has a sister ship now called the Other Edge. No, whatever. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got this magic carpet thing that you ride on, which is exterior to
Yes,
the ship.
correct.
You go and sit at like a table, and there's a little bar and whatever, and it goes
Off the
it's
side of the ship.
up and down the outside
Yes.
of the ship.
You're talking an actual magic carpet ride.
Well, it's not a carpet,
Well,
but I mean,
it's
it's a. They call it that. It's like an elevator with no walls, but it holds. How many people can ride on this
Oh,
thing?
it's quite large. I would say easily 15 people, but everybody.
So you're on this thing
goes
and you're
up.
having drinks, and it's going up and down on the outside of the
Correct.
ship. Does it go? I've never been. I want to go on this ship. I want to go on this cruise just for the ship.
Just for the ship.
Does it go up and down while the ship is moving? No, just while it's sitting still.
while it's at port.
Okay, you can't ride on it while it's moving. The
I mean,
ship is-
it could. They just don't.
They don't. All right. But the thing looks really.
It's magnificent.
I'm going to go for the
Absolutely.
ship. And then blah, 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 Rome and Barcelona and
whatever.
Ibiza. How do you say the island we're going to?
Ibiza,
So
or
you-
as they say it in Spain, Ibiza. With a
That is what
TH.
that's how Yola says it to
Ibiza.
me. And because every time I say Ibiza, she's like, no, Ibiza. And I'm like,
Correct.
okay, Yola, you're so European, whatever.
So European.
Polish. She thinks she knows things. Anyway, so we're going on this trip this fall. I'm going to tell you right up front, you're going to see the price. You're going to be like, wow, that's expensive. And it is. It's not a cheap item. It's
not for
wor-
everything you're getting. Wow.
Yeah,
And
but
we'll go
it's
over
not.
that.
But you'll get sticker shock. But once you dissect the price and what it
Correct.
is, what is it worth to finally check something off your bucket list? People are always like, oh, I want a one day in my bucket list and this and that and the other thing. And then you get old and your hips and your knees start to go and you don't want to drag your ass around Ibiza with your walker. Do it while you're young for two reasons. One, you'll enjoy it more. And two, then you'll have more time to enjoy the memories of it. But three, do it before you die. People are dying.
Yes, every
the guy
day.
from every day, bunch of people. But the guy from Saliva,
Yeah.
how old
You
was
had
he?
just seen him.
Yeah,
and he was
I
like
hung out with him 2 weeks ago.
50s?
He's 58. I'm 57.
Young,
He
energetics.
died.
too
Oh my
young.
heavens.
Yeah. Soup, our buddy from the CFG, seemed fine to me. He passed. We have friends.
You just never know.
You just
Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
If you say you have a bucket list and you haven't checked things off of it, you don't have a bucket list. You have a I'm never going to do this crap, but I act like I am list. So we're going to run down the ports and how great this cruise is coming up next, and you're going to sign up for it. It's expensive. We'll get now. Isabel's over there. Don't say that.
Is it cheaper than
not
eggs?
expensive.
It's cheap. It's more than eggs.
Okay.
Slightly.
A little bit.
Slightly more than eggs.
But it's worth it. It's doing something with your life.
Maybe
Our
don't
team
eat.
has
and-
packaged
and-
it well together.
and-
The price is good
And
for
what you
everything
get,
we're getting. Yes.
if you try and do this trip outside of going with us, it's going to cost you way more,
Way more,
and you're not
right.
going to get what you get out of it.
Correct.
It is in September. You can go right now to 95WIILRock.com and get all the details, see the ports, see the ship, see a bunch of pictures. I intentionally, when you scroll down to start to see the pictures, I intentionally put the statue of the guys with their junk hanging out. Yola saw that.
Entice.
She's like, and I'm like,
Yes.
wow, I guess mine isn't so small.
Is that the Trevi fountain that you put up there?
In
Rome?
I don't know if it's two statues. I don't know if it's Trevi Fountain. This is where you go when they throw coins in a fountain. I've been to Trevi
Yes.
Fountain. Last time I went to Rome, you throw coins in it. It's something people do, and then you see it in movies. You're like, I've been there.
It's not the one in Vegas, though, right?
No, this is the real
The real
Trevi
deal.
Fountain. I've been to the real. You go on a gondola ride, all that stuff. That's in Venice, and I
Yes.
took pictures of doing that. We're not going to Venice, but
No,
I took pictures of that. But these are the things in the world you can do. In Rome, you go to Trevi Fountain. You go to the Colosseum, which is in every action movie. They drive by and blow something up. You can go to the Vatican. You can. There's so many. And then you go. You see things in movies. You're like, wow, I'm a movie star. I've
I've
been
been there.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll run down the actual ports and what's included, but you want to sign up soon so you get in on this. We do not have a lot of space, and we'll give you all the details, but go and see the pictures right now. I put the one with the junk up front. Go and see all the pictures right now and get all the details on the road trips page under the Go tab at 95wheelrock.com. There's also a link right now on the front page at 95wheelrock.com. Fall road trip. Leah, it's a road trip on board the Celebrity Edge, cruising from Barcelona, Spain to Rome, Italy in September. All the details coming up next on Will Rock, if I can get things to work. I'm using my Italian music. I don't have any Spanish music or Roman music or whatever, just Italian. So this works because we're going to Italy. We're going to Italy. Feel like Sergeant Hulk. We're welcome to Italy. The 95 WIIL Rock Fall Road Trip, September 21st to the 30th, on board the Celebrity Edge. I so want to see this ship. I've wanted to see this ship since they launched it. We start on Thursday, September 21st. We head off from O'Hare direct to Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is on my bucket list. Spain is on my bucket
beautiful.
list. Yeah.
Barcelona. Or Barcelona.
Barcelona.
I would say.
Barcelona. And then we get a night in Barcelona.
Correct. So we've secured a pre-night in Barcelona. We're Barcelona. Before I get corrected. Barcelona. To ensure, we're able to enjoy, the night there, tapas, architecture, history.
When we went last time we went on the Mediterranean cruise, we started in Rome and we had a night in Rome. Can I tell you, we saw, before we got on the ship the next day, we saw all the things.
All the things.
We called it our Roman death march while we were doing it because it was such the lady that showed us the Colosseum showed us like everything and then took us outside and showed us more stuff. And it just kept going. We're like, this is never ending. But we got to see, and I have pictures of all the things. And then we went to Trevi Fountain and we did that. And then we went to the Vatican. We had a full tour of the Vatican the next day before we got on the ship. So that's kind of thing we're going to do with Barcelona.
Correct.
We get there early and we're going to see Barcelona.
Yes.
We're going to stay overnight in Barcelona. We're going to see more Barcelona and then we get on the ship.
Correct. You also get to see the Sagrada Familia, that beautiful basilica.
Say it again.
La Sagrada Familia, the sacred family.
Showing off.
She speaks Spanish.
I know.
Before we go any further.
Yes.
You speak Spanish. They speak Spanish in Spain, but it's now my understanding from like different language lesson programs is there's two Spanishes. There's the Spanish in Spain and the Spanish that you probably speak in Latin America.
Yes.
And I want to know, do you sound like a hillbilly to them when you talk your Spanish?
Do actually.
Do you really?
They do. I
They
feel
turn their
odd.
do they turn their nose up at it, or can you tell that they're judging? But because I only speak English and just talk louder and point, you think look like more of a hillbilly than you.
The best way I could describe it is if you American English versus English from England.
Oh,
very proper.
Yeah, we sound like hillbillies to them.
So
yeah, whatever.
I try. They speak Catalan, Gallego, Vasco, and Castellano.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And Castellano is supposed to be our Spanish. They're Spanish, but they do a lot of
That's Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Barcelona. Oh, like that when I'm there.
All the things.
I thought, put that in Barcelona. You rascally rabbit.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to Barcelona where we'll hang out with, you're our guide, right? So you'll be there to talk like a hillbilly. Then we get on the Celebrity Edge, which I cannot wait. To get, I want, like on the itinerary, there's one sea day. I'm like, I want more. Then
One
we leave,
sea day to relax and recharge.
Then we go to, that's on Saturday. We get on a ship in Barcelona. Then we head to Valencia, Spain. What's
Valencia? Yeah, we head over to Valencia on Sunday.
What is that? Is that where the orange juice came from? The Valencia oranges? No. What is Valencia?
Well, Valencia is the port of Valencia, lies within the southern coast of Spain.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's really nice. It's in the Turia River where it meets the Mediterranean Sea. So, a lot of great seafood.
So, there's an estuary there. Right.
Yes.
Where the river flows into the...
together.
That's called an estuary, Leah.
Oh, thank you.
Geography today. Geography.
Estuary.
I taught you something. And then
beautiful
after,
beaches there. I mean, you're going to enjoy, wetlands.
And you can pick like your
walking
different
trails.
excursions. If you want to go and sit on one of the beautiful beaches of Valencia, or you want to go and see the architecture, you want to go and do a food tour. They have all these different excursions you do. You get off the boat, you go and do all these wonderful things. You get to see. If your bucket list is to see a bunch of different places, but you can't afford to go to Spain for a week and France for a week and Italy for a week,
Do it on
you
a
go
cruise.
cruise and you see all
all
these
the things. So yes, you can go ahead and enjoy the cities or the ports on your own, and then, or you can go ahead and plan ahead and book your excursions, or even then when you're on the ship, you can also book it there last minute. But I recommend in advance to make sure you have a spot because they do sell out.
Right. Sunday we're in Valencia, and then Monday we head to Ibiza.
Ibiza.
On the island of Ibiza.
Correct. It's a nightlife party,
Like that,
high energy vibe.
Everybody's heard of that. That's like
Ibiza.
party land.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's an island.
All
and
the
it's
DJs go there.
Yeah. All the main DJs
All the main
go there.
DJs go
Well,
to the islands of Ibiza, Mallorca, and Menorca. So Ibiza is very high energy, youthful.
All right.
So we're all going to be dancing and all the things.
I'm going to sit over here and watch.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then after that, we have Sea Day. Love a Sea Day. Tons of stuff to do on the ship. If you've
Correct.
never seen the Little Chef thing, Le Petit
Le
Chef.
Petit Chef.
I've seen
so
it
cute.
4 times now on a celebrity
nice.
cruise ship, and they changed the show. I didn't know they changed
Yep,
the
they
show.
change it up.
And the first one, well, we'll talk to the guy from, we're going to talk about Le Petit Chef with the guy from, who was we talking
Daniel today from
Yeah.
Celebrity.
We're going to talk to Daniel from Celebrity about I can't say it, Le Petit Chef,
Le Petit
because I'm trying to do Le Petit Chef. And then we had to Portofino, Italy.
Portofino. Fishing village, beautiful. It's on the Italian Riviera coastline. I mean, Portofino, and who doesn't love Italy? So all the great food.
And then we get another country. We're going to France.
Yes, we are.
France.
Ajaccio.
That's what I said. France.
Ajaccio is the correct French enunciation I learned.
Yeah. And then we had
But I say it the other
Then
way.
this is the one I'm excited about. Then we had to Florence and Pisa, Italy. We get to see the Leaning Tower.
Correct. Leaning Tower of Pisa.
It's leaning more all the time. It's not going to fall over before
No.
September, is it?
No, everyone can take a picture, hold it up.
Yeah,
make sure
you
it
act
doesn't
like
fall
you're
over.
holding it or
Yes.
poking it or whatever. You see
picture.
those. Yeah. These are
It's
cool.
really, really cute.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And then we had to Rome and then back home. And so it's spectacular. You get the pre-night in Barcelona. You get round trip flights out of Chicago on United Airlines.
United.
Frontier does not fly to Europe.
It
Apparently,
does not.
their planes wouldn't make it. 7 nights on the Celebrity Edge. Tons to do. Your meals are included. Your entertainment is included. Now, Celebrity's got this deal where it's always included, like the classic beverage packages, and that includes your drinks. Somebody's like, "Are your drinks included for the price?" Yes.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
drinks are included. Is
Well-
it limited how many you can have a day? No,
No.
it's not limited. This is the classic beverage package. There are, you can upgrade or whatever. Everything I drink
Is
is
on
on
the
the classic
classic, yeah.
beverage package.
Well, part
Don't
of the
be.
inclusion is they get to have you as the host,
yeah,
Tom.
I'll show you how to drink a classic beverage. I'll show you how to get your money's worth on that class. The Sea Day, we will bankrupt Celebrity Cruises with the classic beverage package. It's included. Wi-Fi's included. Gratuities are included. So you don't get any surprises at the end of the cruise about how expensive it is. That's the problem I originally had with cruising, was back in the day, they used to give you a bill at the end that cost more than the cruise. That's not the case anymore.
And we have unique, items that we are able to negotiate for the group, like a nice welcome
Right,
group cocktail party and things
we
of
get
that
stuff
nature.
that you don't get by booking this in your
Yes.
own. And it's a group event. And you got friends to travel with. That's the best part. It's better to go with a group of people on trips like this. And it's better to go with a travel company because you don't stand in line and wait for things. They get you in on stuff.
Yeah.
You don't waste time.
You have people.
You
It's
got
organized,
people.
it's guided.
Yeah.
We're experts in our field.
Private transfers for our group. We got our tour manager from Travel Leaders. We have our private cocktail party. We have WIIL Rock events, and you're going to hang out and have fun with fun people. So that's the overview. I want to talk to the guy from Celebrity because I want to know about that magic carpet more and about Le Petit Chef, that they used to murder this chef's family and him all the time in this thing. It's a little show that goes on your table. It's gotten much gentler and kinder over the years.
It is. It's fun. It's like, it seems almost like a cartoon, but you'd have to
You
experience
gotta
it.
see
You
it.
gotta see it.
Listen,
Yeah, it's
take a
different.
gummy and go to Le Petit Chef. Best night of your life.
Is that legal on a cruise?
No. One of the top,
No,
and
no.
the guy from Celebrity in no way endorses what I just said. Neither does Travel Leaders, blah, blah, blah. I will have gummies. Take a gummy.
Okay.
Go on. I'll end up the Brittany Griner of, where are we going? Barcelona, Spain. I'm in a Spanish
no.
prison because I got some gummies, and nobody will care to try and get me out because I'm not a WNBA star. But I'm bringing gummies for Le Petit Chef specifically.
You
We're
have
going to
to.
talk to Daniel from Celebrity Cruises, who do not endorse my behavior in any way, shape, or form. Neither does Travel Leaders. Isabel is here. If you want to see what's going on, we're live on TomTube, live video streaming of the show, up and running at 95willrock.com. If you want to book the trip, 95willrock.com road trips page, or call Travel Leaders after 9 this morning. 1 hour and 4 minutes you can book.
You can call us at 833-TL-TRIPS. That's 833-TL-TRIPS. 858-7447. What was that?
I always have a
833.
TL Trips.
7447.
I was having trouble with TL Trips because you got to look down and do the numbers.
Yeah, the numbers are
But
fun.
it's easy to remember it.
Yes.
833 TL Trips.
Correct.
756.
Snow showers this morning, high near 40.
All right, coming up, Tim's got the news again, and then we're going to talk to the guy from Celebrity Cruises about that poor little chef. That's on the way from WIIL Rock. Wait a second. Shine Down with Lizzie Hale. It is 7:59, and we got here. This is a big deal. I talked over the end of the song. John Perry's going to be pissed. I just found out. I'm very excited. That's why I'm very disheveled right now. Isabel says they just walk. I was talking about that in France, and we're in France one day on this trip.
Right.
I found out the hard way in Paris that they don't wear shorts. So I was easy to identify as an idiot American. They were nice to me. It was fine. I enjoyed my time in France. But they could identify who I was. I was wearing shorts. I just found out in Spain when we're in Barcelona or Ibiza. I found out that they don't wear tops. The men or the women. They walk around shirtless.
Yeah, it's optional.
All the time. They're walking around topless. Is that a thing?
You Europeans like to wear Speedos. There's different ways of life.
Yeah. So there you go.
If only we could adapt that here.
You want to see me in a Speedo, Leah? Is that what you're saying?
That's it.
You didn't even do today's underwear inspection. I went to the trouble wearing clean underwear today. And you didn't even inspect.
Oh my God.
Let's see it.
Wait, I'm too close.
Yeah, I was red. Yeah.
Red was it? Oh, but those are okay. So those are old ones too, not sexy. You need to get rid of them.
These are the Hanes.
Get rid of those immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone can pack what they like for this beautiful cruise.
I will not pack these on the cruise. I will bring my Speedo.
You will not
my.
get any.
And I will take lots of pictures for my coworker Leah, who asked me to take Speedo pictures for her. Inappropriate. It is 8:01.
Cloudy today, snow showers possible
That
this
really
morning.
threw you, didn't it?
Yeah. High near 40. Tonight, low of 27. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high of 47. It's 36 in Volo and 35 in Zion.
We're going to talk to Daniel from Celebrity Cruises next about the magic carpet and about the Le Petit Chef and their murderous spree against him has ended against Le Petit Chef. That is coming up next.
It's always good. 95 WIIL Rock 95 second update. 2 Lake of the Hills residents facing charges after allegedly robbing a business in Hoffman Estates. 21-year-old Nathaniel Fletcher and 30-year-old Heather Zimet, I showed Tom their mugshots, were said to rob a bike store Monday.
Exactly what I thought it was. What kind of idiot robs a bike store? It's not a big cash business. It's either a dude in a Speedo who wanted a new Trek bike he couldn't afford, or some meth heads who didn't understand there was no cash at the bike shop. It was the latter.
Do you want to ride a bike in a Speedo?
Well, not Speedo. Okay, I'm sorry. The little biking outfits they wear.
what you're talking
whatever
about,
it looks
but anyway.
like. Yeah.
They then led police on a short chase, not on bikes, though. The pair face multiple charges and are due in court this morning. A senior Russian diplomat says Moscow has suspended sharing information about its nuclear forces with the U.S., including notices about any upcoming missile tests. The announcement came about missile tests as the Russian military deployed mobile launchers in Siberia in a show of the country's nuclear capabilities while they're fighting in Ukraine. That's good news there, I guess. Not really. WIIL Rock Sports brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drained your pipes, not your wallet. Blackhawks lose to Dallas. Bulls and Bucks each in action today. And the final Cactus League games took place yesterday. Brewers beat the Rockies. Cubs beat the White Sox. Opening day is tomorrow. Cubs and Brewers at Wrigley. The White Sox will be in Houston against the Astros.
We got to share Mike because, well, $54 million radio station, $8 equipment, and we can't have a fourth mic. Sorry, Isabel.
It's okay.
One day.
One day.
They say April.
They have 43 mics over at the Disco 102 studio that they currently don't use any of. Go ahead.
And finally, you may have heard this story before, but the sentencing has happened now. Have you ever dialed the wrong number? I mean, we all have,
right?
Yeah,
in my life? Yeah.
In your life.
I thought there was going to be more to that question.
No.
Yes.
Ever dialed the
Guilty.
wrong number and gotten blah, or have you ever dialed the wrong number during blah? But no, have you ever dialed the wrong number is the whole
Period.
question.
That's the question. Question mark. We've all dialed the wrong number.
Weekly.
Yeah.
The buttons are so small. I need a jitterbug. I want bigger buttons now. Stop saying words with the number TL Trips. What's the freaking number? 833 TL Trips.
That's 833-858-7447. 833-858-7447.
Make the buttons bigger.
So
Bigger.
if you were to misdial that, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But this 58-year-old dad is going to the slammer.
Jail for
Yeah.
dialing a wrong number?
Well, yeah, because he was trying to get in contact with a hitman.
Oh.
who was going to take out his son.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accidentally called the wrong person, though. Desmond Ramsey was caught in a phone message saying it would cost $5,000. $5 trillion. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
Trillion. That's after a billion is a trillion.
$5,000 to kill his son. He kept going on in the message saying he didn't care where he was at or what he was doing or who he was with.
Off him.
Just take him out.
Take him out.
Ramsey told the judge that he had indulged in too much drinking after an argument.
With my man and my sister, my $5,000. And the numbers of 4 are too small. I got the wrong person. And the person he got dropped dime on him.
Yeah, of course he did.
Did I just get that all right? Was that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right.
Of
Some
course
people
he
are just
did.
too stressed. They just need to book a vacation.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
the main thing people are learning from this story is that are there hitmen that will work for $5,000?
Well, that's why I was like, this
seems cut rate.
This seems awfully low, one.
Yeah.
And two, he's only getting 8 months.
For trying to kill
For
his
trying
kid.
to kill his
so
kid.
if you're his kid, sometime in January of next year, start hiding. Right?
Right.
Go into hiding, or make sure your dad
Or get him
doesn't
first,
have
huh?
5K, or get him first. There it is, Leah. Kill or be killed. May the odds forever be in your favor this year at Thanksgiving, son. And then throw your fingers up. I offer my brother Timmy as tribute. Kill him, father, instead of me. I'm sorry I tried to off you. $5,000. That's too little. If you're
Yeah.
gonna try and pay to have somebody killed, spend the extra. Get the upgrade.
Get the
Right?
package.
If you show up to the meeting with the hitman and he's got a shirt on that says Kirkland on it, don't hire the
Not
Kirkland
him.
hitman. Their stuffed peppers are great, but their hitman not so good at the Costco.
It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Rosen Hyundai of Kenosha. Save big on vehicles like the Santa Fe, Tucson, and Kona with 0% financing and no payments for 90 days. Plus, get Hyundai Assurance, America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. See us in our showroom or shop our Rosen Express store at rosenhyundaikenosha.com.
Rosen.
On select models with approved credit. Ends 4/3/23.
It's March, and you know what that means? Taxes are almost due. Jackson Hewitt can help you win tax season. That's the sound of your maximum tax refund. The sound of getting 50% off tax prep. The sound of many of our competitors' prices going up. And the sound of getting to your nearest Jackson Hewitt. Hurry in for 50% off tax prep before this offer expires April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing in participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Lowe's MVP's bonus days are back for pros. Right now, buy a DeWalt 20-volt Max Power Stack Battery 2-pack at $199 and get a select DeWalt Bear tool free. Plus, earn 3 times the bonus points on all Metabo HPT tools and products. Shop even more savings and bonus points offers during MVP's bonus days at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid 3/20 through 3/31. Subject to change. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
Bufflin in Union Grove is celebrating 20 years of turning your vehicles into moving billboards. From full vehicle wraps and fleet lettering to signs, banners, and graphic design, Bufflin makes advertising your business super easy. Now is the perfect time to improve your business with a full vehicle wrap or fleet lettering. Check Bufflin out at vehiclewrapswisconsin.com.
SinusandSnoringMD.com. SinusandSnoringMD.com. That is where you will meet Dr. Swerdlin and his team. You can also meet him in person in Kenosha, Oak Creek, Mount Prospect, and Lombard. They're nearby. They make it easy for you to finally stop snoring and improve your quality of life. Whether it's your snoring or somebody you're trying to sleep next to, and you got a bump during the night and go, knock it off. SinusandSnoringMD.com can fix that. When you get more sleep, you feel better all day long. And that's what they do. They help you regain your quality of life. They use the latest technology for minimally invasive surgical and non-surgical treatments for sleep apnea, sinus problems, nasal problems, and snoring. And allergy season is coming up. Dr. Swerdlin can make sure it's not a problem. The place to start is the website, SinusandSnoringMD.com. I don't know. This is the only cruise music I have is the Love Boat theme. Is there another thing another TV show or something or what? I could play Sea Cruise, I suppose. That would work. Computer, play the song Sea Cruise. We're going to talk to Daniel from Celebrity Cruises here about the Celebrity Edge. I have questions. First, I want to make sure everybody knows that Celebrity Cruises and Travel Leaders in no way support my theory of having a gummy and going to see Le Petit Chef. Right? They're not endorsing that. Daniel from Celebrity Cruises is on the phone. I don't want to upset.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. That Le Petit Chef, so it's an interactive dinner. It's one of the specialty restaurants on the Celebrity Cruises. You sit down. Do they have it on the Edge? I got to make sure they have it on they have it on all the Celebrity Cruises, right?
Yeah, we have it on all of our ships now.
Yeah.
And they are changing out the show every once in a while.
They do.
You will definitely have something different than what you've seen before.
I've seen it 4 or 5 times. I've only seen I had a repeat once, and I didn't care. And I take all my friends. I'm like, book Le Petit Chef right away.
Right away.
So you don't miss out on it.
It books it fast.
You go, Leah, and there's this meal, and like there's a little cartoon thing that it's a very interactive, immersive cartoon that happens on the table in front of you. It's this little chef, and he prepares your meal. And so say he like makes lobster in this little video. And then they bring out the plate, and it looks exactly like what he just made. The cartoon made on your plate. And then the waiters bring out the actual plate, and it looks just like it. And
I've never heard of this before.
And they do the next course, and it looks the same. And they do the dessert, and it looks the same. So it's a little show. It's really cool. Take a gummy and go do it.
Okay.
That is me
it's
saying
that. It's a lot of fun when you're with a group.
Yeah. It's
Do it with a group, get people together, book it early, and it's tons of fun. Yep.
Have a gummy. I agree. Anyway, they're not saying that I am. But so I went, I thought it would be the same show. The first show I saw, Daniel, the first show I ever saw of this Le Petit Chef, basically every course, you guys murdered the chef. Like in one of them, he was making the filet mignon or whatever, the grill blew up.
All right, so now this makes sense because I was like, the chef gets murdered?
He was making the lobster, and like a sea creature grabbed him after he made it and pulled him into the ocean.
Okay.
Like
Things happen in the kitchen. You never know.
Every course, they slaughtered the little guy. And I told my friends about this, and we went to see it, and then they had changed the show, and he didn't get slaughtered. He had a family. He had a wife and kids in the next one. And it was so much more kinder and gentler.
Sometimes you got to lighten it up a little bit, but we sometimes don't really know until we get on what what the creators are going to be doing for us.
It's brilliant.
And we create the menu around that.
Do you guys own that? I want to know why. Like, we have Rainforest Cafe here at the mall, which is fun. I'm sorry, here at Gurney Mills. Don't use the M word. We have Rainforest Cafe here at Gurney Mills, and that's like interactive. Why isn't there Le Petit Chef? Like, why aren't there restaurants?
There should be.
Do you guys own that, or is there nobody's just?
We don't own it. We have a company that owns that technology, and we work with them. I believe they're called Skull Mapping.
Okay.
And they created the whole program. They came to us, and they're on our ships now, and they're doing great. It would be a lot of fun, in Milwaukee or in Chicago to go to a restaurant.
Look at him knowing
this experience.
Look at him knowing where we're broadcasting to. Very good, Daniel. Points for that. So But I don't want it to be. I want a rich person to do it. And I want to like be part of it, but I don't want it to be because I like it. It's something to look forward to on a celebrity cruise.
Yeah.
And I will go every time. The other thing I'm looking forward to on the Celebrity Edge, and it's called Edge because you go off the edge of the ship, is this magic carpet thing, which goes up and down on the outside of the ship. And since you guys announced this, and it's not just on the Edge now, there's a sister ship. What's the name of that ship? It's the...
So we have the Edge, and then we have Apex is the sister ship, and we launched Beyond, which is another ship that we had come out last year, and we have another one coming out later this year. So, we want to take you to the edge of the ship, and you get on the magic carpet, and it's the size, and I was listening earlier, it's actually the size of a tennis court.
Okay.
Whoa, so you can fit more than 15.
About 100 people on there.
You have a dance off.
Wow. And it moves up and down from like what deck? From like deck 5 or what deck?
So one of the coolest things is it will go all the way down to deck 2 where you can actually get off and tender from there.
Oh, you get off onto the tender from the thing.
Wow.
So it's down by the water line almost, and then up and it goes up and down like an exterior elevator on the outside of the ship, but only when the ship is parked, right? It doesn't
not while you're moving.
It doesn't go up and down while you're moving.
So here's the deal. You don't get to ride it up from 2 up to 5 or up to 16 past anyone's stateroom. Sorry to burst people's bubbles.
All right.
But there's no shows. And then so it's not moving when somebody's on it, but it does move when we're out at sea.
Okay.
Yeah, or not move. The ship is moving.
Yeah.
But you're on it while we are going across
while the
ocean.
ship is going, you're out over the edge of the ship sitting on this thing. It's like you can stand at the front of it and go, I'm sailing! Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can have a cocktail while you're leaving the port. When you're leaving Valencia, you can sit out there and kind of watch, the land kind of disappear and clear your mind.
Any of the sailaways. Now, is it first come, first serve for that, or do you make a reservation?
Yeah.
I want to be on that during sail away, so get there early or make a reservation, or how's that work?
Or fight time for it.
Yeah, right.
It is, it's kind of fight time. You get on and go there. A lot of people go for sailaways. They go up to the front of the ship or the pool deck or whatever it is. I would say you go to the magic carpet or you go to the sunset bar.
All right. The other thing, I love the sunset bar. You can watch things. Bye. The other thing I want to mention, and I learned this on the Alaska cruise that we went on with Celebrity last August, was silent disco. So they do this silent disco, and you've probably seen it with the headphones with the different. They had it on the Camp Fever this year.
So fun.
You got like 3 different channels of music. And you look at people, and they're all acting a fool, and all the different colors are doing different things. Like the greens and the blues are doing different things. The red is doing different things because they all have vastly different songs going on. And then they'll start to make noise while it's going on, and it's silent. You don't hear any of the music. You only hear the people. So at a certain point, like the green people will all be going, they don't want to prayer. It is. So we watched it like every time we saw silent disco on the Alaska cruise. We watched it every time from a distance, and we're like, look at these idiots. It was entertaining.
Did you not participate?
I
did.
The second to last night we did it. Okay. And it was the most fun. We were the idiots, and we didn't care. It was
right. Once you put it on and everyone's doing their thing, you don't really care what's going on. But I do have to say, it's a lot of fun.
It's insane. Have a gummy and do silent disco. I agree, Daniel. Daniel from Celebrity says, have a gummy and do silent disco.
I was jumping around from one color to another just to get the vibe.
Yeah, switch around. Yeah.
You can see everybody. It is wild.
Have you done silent disco, Leah?
I have not.
It's another thing there's silent disco. So that's just the ship. And then there's a couple of restaurants, and there's some food, and there's a casino, and there's the drinks on the Celebrity Edge. And the food your meals are included. There's some specialty dining you can have, like, a couple bucks for Le Petit Chef and stuff like that, but it's worth doing. And how many specialty restaurants are there?
There's about 5 specialty restaurants. Our menus were created by a Michelin-rated chef.
Yeah.
So I always say to people, no matter what restaurant you're going to, you're getting a specialty restaurant.
Yeah, just in the main dining is wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Michelin restaurant when we were in London, and I was like blown away. It was 1 star, and I was blown away. So it's that you get that dining included, and then the drink package, the classic drink package.
Yeah.
Everything I drink is in the classic drink package. I wouldn't need to upgrade. But then people always ask, well, is it limited? No, it's not like, oh, if you've had your 5th drink, you're done, buddy. Sorry. No, there's
we don't limit it at all.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning if you want your mimosa or you want a cup of coffee, a specialty
scotch.
coffee.
Yeah.
Either one, or a scotch, whatever it is, right? And when you get back on the ship, if you want to go have your beer at Craft Social, one of our beer bars there, go ahead and do that. So, we don't limit it. I suggest everybody grab 2 bottles of water when you're getting off the ship, because we're not charging you on the ship for it, but when you go into any of these ports, you're going to be purchasing an expensive bottle of water.
Yeah, it's really brilliant. Daniel from Celebrity Cruises. Now, the other thing is the Wi-Fi is included. The Wi-Fi is much better on these ships than it used to be. You can upgrade to better, you can do your streaming with it. But the Wi-Fi there, if you want to stay on social media or send messages with people, that is included. Gratuities are included. The internet on these ships is so much better. I think I should broadcast for one day, like Sea Day, from the ship, and it is doable with our equipment if there's solid internet, and I would like to do that on Sea Day. I don't want to miss any of the ports. But
you don't want to miss a port, but we'll definitely work on that one for you. The cool thing is we're working with Starlink.
Right.
And Starlink satellites are a lot lower, from what I understand. They're a lot lower.
Not sure up the satellite.
And, way up there. And we transmit pretty quickly. So, we would love to do something like that. And you can social media post, stream, whatever you need to do. We can do that now.
All right. Well, I would like to broadcast, and I don't know, we just use internet for our broadcast. If I could broadcast on Sea Day, if you could look into that from my penthouse suite or whatever you set me up in there.
Exactly. From the magic carpet.
Because I'll be talking about the ship and how great the ship is. I'm sure you want to give me really good accommodations. But I think I need to test that equipment to see if it will work before we go. So if there's another Celebrity Cruise between now and then, you want me to go test the equipment?
Why not?
We might make it happen.
I love Celebrity Cruises. I've been on 2 in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been on like 5. It is wonderful. So anyway, Daniel, it's good stuff. I agree with you. Have a gummy. Try Le Petit Chef. Go on Celebrity Cruises. Go with us in September on the fall road trip. And we'll be talking to you before then, I'm sure, as well. Thanks for getting up and talking to us today, Daniel.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, there's Daniel from Celebrity Cruises. You can book the 95 Wheel Rock, I almost said Cabin Fever Getaway fall road trip right now. Go to 95wheelrock.com, get all the details, all the ports, all the info. Drinks are included, gratuities are included, Wi-Fi is included. You're going to see the price and go, oh, God, it's expensive, but you're going to Europe for a week on an incredible cruise ship where your meals and your drinks and all those other things are included. It's not expensive. It's a big ticket item. But if you say one day I want to do this, one day is now because you're going to die soon.
Book it today.
I don't need to sell this trip. I'm doing you a favor when I say that. It's 8:21.
Snow showers today. High near 40.
If you have questions about the trip, text them in now. Isabel is here from Travel Leaders. Or better yet, call Travel Leaders after 9 at 833-TL-TRIPS and book the trip or get all the details and book online. But if you have questions, text them in now to 815-283-0095. Studio, the first word in your message, followed by your questions, and we'll get them answered. Will Rock Morning Show, thanks to the Ray and Raymond Auto Group in Fox Lake and Antioch. If you want to know more about the cruise, come out to the 501 Club party on Friday, and I will talk your ear off about it because it is a bucket list trip that I want you to go on for your own good. 95 Will Rock 501 Club party. This Friday is at Sailor Mix Pizza and Pub on 12 in Spring Grove. $2 drafts at Miller Lite on special. Concert tickets, Shine Down, 3 doors down in Candlebox. That's this Friday, 501 Club party with 95 Will Rock and Miller Lite. Do you want to sniff my pits? We were talking yesterday about that.
I'm a little congested.
Okay.
So.
And I put deodorant on today. So
Good.
I don't know if deodorant blocks the full benefit of Isabel from Travel Leaders is here. Isabel doesn't know that we're talking about supposedly pit sniff in women more so than men, sniffing the pits of the other gender. What does it do? It causes you to be less anxious or less
socially anxious.
Socially anxious. So Leah sniffed my pits yesterday.
It has to be a stranger, though. It has to be a stranger's BO, and you're not.
Is that part of the science, really?
Well, that's what it says. Sniffing a stranger's BO can help with social anxiety. So maybe you and I are too close.
You need to go find.
I see your underwear every day.
You need to go out in the mall and find somebody.
The mall.
Is that why pets do
I'm sorry,
what
I
they
didn't
do?
say mall. You need to go out in Gurney Mills.
Gurney Mills, yes.
Use the M word, and sniff somebody's pits. But I put deodorant on today. Maybe I don't. Does the power blast through the deodorant? We don't know. So.
I don't
But
think
did you get
so.
in any knife fights or anything or road
No,
rage
nothing.
yesterday? Any of that? No road rage.
No road
'Cause
rage.
You road rage a lot.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
But nothing. So maybe it works.
Things
we
were
don't know.
calm in my life
And we've
yesterday.
only worked together a week and a half now, so it's not like. Well, we've worked together a long time.
It's like I've known you for the last
long
12
time,
years.
yeah.
So
And one of your favorite people, I know.
Totally.
Anyway, so you don't want to sniff my pits?
No.
Isabel, you're a guest. Would you like to sniff my pits?
I'll pass.
Yeah.
How are
You're
you
a-
with the social anxiety?
She's in the travel business. You don't have a lot of
No.
social anxiety.
I don't have
None at all.
anxiety,
Okay.
no. Excitement.
And is it
social
because do you regularly sniff the pits of strangers?
No.
She travels though with
I
strangers.
So she gets a lot of BO.
perfumes
Yeah.
and colognes.
There's a lot of BO
There's a
in
lot
your
of
world,
scent
so
going
maybe
on.
that's why you don't have social
But
anxiety.
people pack well. They, nice little wipes or really perfume, cologne,
Yeah.
nice deodorant. So
Yeah. All right.
travel
so,
size everything.
All right, so go on the cabin for your getaway. Go on the fall road trip. Sniff the pits of strangers on the plane. You won't have social anxiety when you get on the trip. There's this morning's science moment from 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station. It is 8:30 now.
Snow showers this morning, high near 40 tonight, a low of 27, and tomorrow mostly cloudy, high of 47. It's 38 in Grays Lake and 37 in Beach Park.
Move the one mic you guys have to share because we're
Isn't it
paupers.
nice we share?
Paupers.
It's nice to be sure.
Borrow some money for a mic, good sir. I'll get out in the mall and do that.
95 WIIL Rock 95 second update. 2 people facing federal charges in connection with a pair of Waukegan bank robberies. Errol Martin and Tarshay Hubbard, accused of robbing 2 institutions March 16th and March 17th. Bank employees credited with helping police get the pair into custody. The pair allegedly told authorities that they needed rent money. An Algonquin fire sent 1 person to the hospital. That 1 person was a firefighter. The blaze called in late Tuesday morning from a home that was under construction. That firefighter hospitalized after a floor collapsed. It was a non-life-threatening injury, though. The cause of that fire being looked into. WIIL Rock Sports brought to you by the Plumbers and Steam Fitters, Local 118. The demand for skilled journeyman plumbers is high. Go to ualocal118.com. The Blackhawks lose to Dallas yesterday. Bulls take on the Lakers tonight at home. The Bucks are on the road against the Pacers. Final Cactus League games yesterday. Brewers beat the Rockies. Cubs beat the White Sox. It's opening day in baseball tomorrow.
And finally, a groom is being raked over the coals for his insanely inappropriate wedding vows. Did you?
Like bad?
Well, yeah.
Did I
Did
write
you
my
write
own
your
vows?
own vows? Yeah, that was the question I was going to ask.
No, I did not.
Did
but-
she write them for you?
No, she did not. But here's the difference in the things. The vows I made, I did take seriously.
Okay. Stop.
I did.
Yeah. What about her?
Well, I'm not. I don't talk about her.
Okay,
That is,
okay.
out of undeserved respect, I do not discuss her.
Yeah.
I'm saying I took my vows seriously.
Seriously. Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, they were more of an optional guide than actual vows. I thought the word vow meant more than it did.
Well, I will take my vows seriously when
Well,
I
you know,
take that step.
from what I've heard, it's not.
It's part of the game.
No, it's optional. They shouldn't even be called vows. They should be called loose guidelines, I guess.
Well, he was pretty straightforward with his vows. A photographer shared the clip to TikTok where the vows start with the groom whispering to his bride, "You're screwed." Not only did he make a bunch of sex jokes that can't be
So
aired on the radio.
he was being playful.
Yeah,
he wasn't
yeah.
being an asshole. He
Well,
was
the
being
groom
playful.
even admitted that he'd rather marry Margot Robbie. So
Okay.
that's kind of a
He
whole-
said that during the vows.
during the vows.
I wish you were Margot
This is why I would not allow my husband to write his own vows. I kind of feel like this is the bride's fault.
I wonder if was she pissed or was she okay with it?
Well, it doesn't say what she thought. It just says what the TikTok people thought.
I don't know see, they don't get this. I want to know what she thought.
Well,
are they married? I guess.
They're married.
And she gave straightforward vows. Did they both whisper them? That was weird.
No, that was weird. Starting off.
Why are you whispering? I want your blood all over my body. I want to taste your liver. You'll look good in my trophy case.
You smell different awake.
Wow, I was trying to be super creepy, but your subtle one was way creepier than mine. I'm starting to have such concern for your husband. Test driving the 2023 Chevy Trailblazer from Ray Chevy in Fox Lake and Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch. Loving the Trailblazer. Great ride. Looks sharp. Jake actually walked out and goes, "Oh, Dad, what's the new car?" The first day I got it. Go check those out. They have the Chevy you're looking for at Ray and Raymond. You won't have to compromise, whether it's the Trailblazer, the Traverse, the Equinox, or you want a car. They've got the Malibu, the Camaro, the Corvette. You need a truck. Ray and Raymond have a huge selection of trucks. Whether you need one or you need a fleet, you're not going to have to compromise on the vehicle. Price, yeah, number one thing when you're shopping for a vehicle. And Ray Chevy in Fox Lake, Raymond Chevrolet in Antioch won't be beat on price on a new Chevy. You're going to get the best financing, the most for your trade, and they will hook you up. The place to buy that new Chevy or quality pre-driven vehicle is Ray Chevy on 12 in Fox Lake or Raymond Chevrolet on 173 in Antioch. There we are, cruising out of the port in Barcelona on the Celebrity Edge. Barcelona. You'll find me on the magic carpet. I love the ship. Ports are nice, but the ship, wow. Sea Cruise is the song. So we were talking off the air with Isabel from Travel Leaders about the pricing of the trip, and Leah said she was wondering about the price. We don't talk about the price. It's just a little over $4K per person. But Leah's like pleasantly surprised. To fly to Europe right now is like $1,600 a person. So if you
minimum,
if you back that out of $4K, you're looking at $2,400 for the cruise.
Well,
but then that's all your meals, your drinks,
your classic beverage package.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi, the gratuities are included
a week.
For a week.
That's unheard of.
That's
Spain, France, Italy. Wow.
Spain, 3 places that are on your bucket list: Spain, France, and Italy, and that includes all those things, and the extra night in Barcelona
with
is
breakfast.
Included.
With breakfast.
Well,
and
I wasn't going to go, but now that there's breakfast.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Breakfast is an important thing in my day, but
it's the most important meal of the day, Leah.
Not only that, but the rooms on this cruise ship are on
we call them cabins.
Cabins.
Yeah.
They're on the
outside of the ship. There are no these are not inside cabins.
That's huge.
Yeah,
Verandas is what we are offering.
Okay.
For our
it's a
group.
ridiculous deal for what you get.
Right.
And people that people see it and they're like, 4K. You're like, but this is to go to Europe for more than a week and cruise around on a beautiful ship and be fed and have drinks and see 3 different countries that are on your bucket list. And yeah, you want to go to France, you want to go to Spain, you want to go to Italy, but you're in your life, you're probably not going to be able to afford a trip to each of them. This way, you get on the ship,
a little taste of it all,
and your room moves with you,
right.
and you get to see and you get to go and do the best things at these places. So you get to check a lot of things off your bucket list by going on this one cruise, and your stuff moves with you. Now you could fly over there and you could go to Spain for
a couple days,
and then fly over to
country hop.
But
it's expensive.
Yeah, but then you lose time with the country hopping. You lose time in travel,
and there's no magic carpet,
right? And you don't get to ride on the magic carpet or go to see Little Petite Chef and what are his Le Petit Chef and his adventures this time. So, yeah, no, it's not an expensive trip. But you'll see it and you'll be like, what? But it's to fly to Europe for over a week.
It's a great package price for everything that it includes. Remember, air, meals, beverages.
Travel Leaders peoples to iron out any problems or to get you what you need.
Tom, silent disco.
Silent disco.
Is included in this?
I will be there. People are like, well, I wasn't going to go, but Tom will be there.
Now I will attend.
Will he sit on my lap? Maybe.
I mean, who doesn't want to have a paella in Valencia with Tom?
Yeah, or a dance in Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Or go see the silent disco. So, yeah, if you want to ask some questions, Isabella's here from Travel Leaders. Text them in now, 815-283-0095. Or talk to Travel Leaders. They're open in 17 minutes. Take your call at 833-TL-TRIPS. You can also see all the ports and all the details and a bunch of pictures and book online. Right now, just go to 95wellrock.com. Questions? Text them in now, 815-283-0095. Studio, the keyword. It's 8:43.
Chance of snow today. That is going to happen.
Man, I'm humming along. 40. I'm humming along on a great morning. We're talking about going to Spain and Italy and France.
I know. That's why I don't want to hit you with there's a chance of snow showers this morning. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's getting too warm. Maybe it'll just be rain.
It's time to cruise.
Almost April and it's going to snow. Thanks, Leah. You're a lot of fun at parties. I think that's inappropriate. I don't think you can ask to see me in a Speedo, Leah. Which is kind of what you're just doing right there. You're like,
I mean, I wanted to know.
She's like, well, I'll just walk around topless in our Speedos on the cruise.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think they're topless on the cruise. You can't be topless on the cruise, can you? No.
No.
But when we're in Ibiza, you can, or the other place in Spain. Barcelona.
Valencia.
Yeah. You can be topless. They're topless.
It's always, but have you ever been to a topless place? It's always the ones you don't want to see topless that are topless.
Your predecessor's predecessor's predecessor.
Okay.
So
Lisa.
And Duco and I went and broadcast for a week from Hedonism in Jamaica.
No way.
Yeah, and it was just the three of us. It wasn't a listener trip. And Lisa and I pretty much stayed on the prude side, but Duco would spend all his time on the nude side. Lisa and I never really went over to look at the nude side, right?
You wear glasses the whole time?
So, yeah, well, no. I was not... but you're right. The people. So every day, the people from the water slide was on our side, on the prude side. So we're hanging out by the prude pool, at the water slide, and every day the people from the nude side would want to use the water slide. So they would come over to the prude side in like a conga line, and they were naked. But the front guy would always have a whistle, and he'd be blowing the whistle. So if any of the prude people didn't want to see them, it was a warning. And we weren't that prude. We just didn't want. I just didn't want anybody to see me naked. It's nothing anybody should see. But yes, every single person except for like one or two in the conga line was not anyone you'd be like, oh, I got to see that person naked.
Again.
It was a lot of mushrooms and a lot of and there was a lot of floppy and there was but whatever. Own it. I'm comfortable in my skin now. I'm wearing a Speedo to work all next week. I'm going to wear the Borat Mankini.
Cannot wait.
No,
my husband has a Speedo. Do you want me to bring it for you?
It's 8:48. No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Let's move on.
What's your go-to cruising attire?
Yeah, me?
Yes.
I like you can be casual on the ship. Like when they do, I asked Jake, we went on a cruise and they did formal night.
Yes.
And I asked Jake because you can rent a tux and they drop it off in your room and you wear it for formal night and you look great. And then your steward takes it out of your room and you don't have to deal. I mean, it fits. It's wonderful. I asked Jake, I said, I'll rent his tuxes for formal night. And he's like, Dad, do we really want to do that? I'm like, no, you're right. So formal night we spent on the pool deck in the hot tub drinking. And then we went to and got this was on a Royal Caribbean cruise. We went and got pizza at one point. All these people are in tuxes and finery. So I like to go casual as I can. That being said, Yola likes me to dress a little nicer now, so I will dress a little nicer.
You are a little bit more fancy these days.
But you can dress up nice and go to dinner every night in your finery, or you can wear like just a polo and whatever. It is what you want to do on these cruises. It's not stuffy. You can be relaxed, or you can dress up, and I like to do a little both. We got a week, so. How about you? Do you like to wear a gown, or do you?
For a week cruise, I do a carry-on. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just dresses.
What?
I do a carry-on. I just roll my dresses up. Fun travel tips.
She's good at traveling.
So just a lot of dresses, 2 pair of shoes, sandals.
I can do that. I went to Daytona for Bike Week for 5 days, and I just did carry-on, and I had my rain gear and my motorcycle boots in my carry-on. So
that's impressive.
So I was very little other stuff, but it was just 2 guys, so it was okay if we stunk by the final day.
Oh my!
Yeah, so. That was an interesting segment, I think. It's 8:50 now.
Snow showers this morning, high near 40 tonight, a low of 27, and tomorrow mostly cloudy, high of 47. It is 36 in Lake Zurich and 37 in Racine.
If you want to book our trip and go to Spain and go to Italy and go to France and be on the Celebrity Edge, and it's a great deal. You're not going to get a deal. And travel with fun people, which that's a great thing about our trips is if you're solo or you don't have a lot of friends or you're going to have a whole group of friends to travel with. Go now to 95WIILRock.com and see the fall road trip and book it soon because it's we're very limited on space.
Very limited on space. We've already sold a few cabins.
It's a tight group. But do it. It's the bucket list trip of a lifetime. I'm not begging you because we need to say this. I'm telling you as a friend, it's a mistake if you can afford this to not go on it. Get all the details at 95WIILRock.com or call Travel Leaders in about 10 minutes at 833-TL-TRIPS. Last call for questions for Isabel from Travel Leaders, 815-283-0095. Studio, the keyword. We'll get those answered coming up on Will Rock. shaking my head moment with Leah. I'll explain that in just a minute here.
There was only one.
I mean, there's a lot of it's a daily occurrence. I'm enjoying my time with you so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a fight about me not changing my underwear, but we haven't had a real fight.
Well, because
yet.
let me ask you, how many do you change your
She's
underwear
a woman.
daily?
I'm just a men thing.
I do.
And
Her fiance is. Are you still engaged?
Yes.
You didn't get married yet.
Not yet.
No. Okay.
Does he change his underwear
I
daily?
didn't mean that you leave each other. I meant, are you married? So she's engaged to Jason Momoa, Aquaman. Show her a picture. So anyway, does he change his underwear every day?
Yes.
No, you're just talking
You
out
don't
your
like
ass.
priority.
You don't know. You haven't asked him that.
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
do you see him? I guess if you're engaged to Jason Momoa, you make him
You
walk
see
around
him.
in his
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
underwear.
Let
so
me
you
tell
see him
you, when we cruise, he changes his underwear every
I'm
day.
not talking about cruising. I'm talking about, so it's just a
Okay.
day where you're
So it's
not
not just-
sweating. He's on the couch. He's not doing
Every
anything.
day. That's a priority. I do
Yeah.
the laundry, so trust me, every day.
He changes his underwear every day.
Every day.
It
okay.
matches up. The
okay.
shirts, the pants,
Yes,
the undies.
totally.
So, and she makes him change in front of her. Yeah.
Oh my!
I would too. Let me see.
It's Jason
It's
Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't look like that and wear your underwear more than.
Right. You got to change in front of people.
Oh, hey.
Well, all right, back
Okay,
off.
it's
now.
wait, it's loading.
over here.
Oh my gosh.
Is
Does
that-
he have extra teeth? Like I've never seen a.
Does he have extra teeth?
use the
He has-
whitening trays?
He has,
Oh.
he has a second row, actually.
His
it's for
teeth
killing.
are
It's for
beautiful.
the killing.
It's
Thank you. I will let him know.
second
He has
row.
beautiful teeth.
All right. I didn't
Okay.
even. All right. So anyway, he changes
What are
his
we
underwear every
doing?
day. So
Yes, very important.
Leah we had our first sort of fight about that, but it wasn't really a fight. Did you and Lester fight when you were on with him?
I mean, didn't you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you think you had an actual
like an actual kick
'cause
down
this is
drag?
right. This is a marriage in a very
Yeah.
confined space.
And you
It's a-
don't get any of the
it's-
benefits of
it's
it.
arranged sexless marriage. And most people,
difficult.
like
Yeah.
nobody, you can't find a person that will say a kind word about Mancow who worked with him. Not
Right.
a person.
No.
Most radio people are total jagoffs, and I try not to be a total jagoff.
Your
Right.
second language comes into play.
But they fight. And Leah and I have not had an actual knockdown drag out. How often did you and Lester have a knockdown drag out?
Like a big one, probably every 6 months,
Yeah,
would you say?
okay.
And it
All right.
always would be the Thursday before one of us would go on vacation.
but your phone
Really?
was outside the room when I arrived.
That's not mine.
That was we were not
Oh.
fighting at each other. That was just a piece of
That's
crap
somebody
that they put
else's
in here to
phone,
use
not
as
mine,
a
yeah.
video
Oh.
camera. It was a stolen
I thought
iPhone.
you dropped it.
No, I threw it out in the hallway because it's garbage. And I said, "You're no longer on the team, and that's what will happen if people misbehave."
Mm-hmm.
So once every 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. I would say with Emily, I was about that, and with Lisa, I was about that. With Stino, I never knew if we were fighting or not because she was
It's
always
a very thin line.
She ran at a very
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
intense level at
Yeah.
all times.
Right.
She
That
was
was just
she was a personality.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, that was so
yeah.
I couldn't tell when we were fighting and when we
Right.
weren't.
I one time slammed the door walking out of the studio and locked myself out, and then I had to knock on the door for him to let me back
You
in.
made your big exit, and then you had your tail.
Yeah.
I want that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to our first fight to see how it goes.
5.5 more months.
All right, good. It's 9:01 now.
Snow showers this morning, high near 40 tonight, a low of 27, and tomorrow mostly cloudy, high of 47. It's 37 in Prospect Heights and 38 in Libertyville.
But the thing I was talking about, this is another thing, and I want to ask Tim's opinion about this. It was a shake my head moment with Leah. Was we were talking about the trip, and we were talking about different places. We're going to France and Italy and Spain, and we're near the islands of Greece. And you guys said something about Greece, and I go, well, it is the word. And Leah was like, what are you talking about? If somebody said Greece and I said it is the word, would you know what I was talking about?
John Travolta. This is the word.
Yeah. Leah didn't get it.
no, I
Leah-
didn't get it, but Tim, defend me here. I have the hots for John Travolta.
Then how do
like,
you
I
not know
would lick
Greece
his
is,
butt
if somebody
chin.
says Greece and you don't know the word,
I
you would lick his what?
His butt chin.
His what?
His butt chin. Because he has
He has a butt chin?
Yeah, he has a dimple in his chin, and people are like, oh my God, you have a butt chin. Like, no, I'd lick his butt chin.
Well, that's the end of that conversation. All right, here's Tim with the news. I'm pretty good on the fly. I'm pretty quick on my feet. I'm slightly quickly witted, but I got nothing with lick his butt chin. Here's Tim with the news.
Yeah, I got to follow that. Thanks.
Yeah, here's some doom and
95
gloom
Will
from
Rock.
Tim. I
95
would lick his butt
Second
chin.
update.
Okay.
No word on what they're planning today for searches, but the search yesterday for that missing Navy member came up. Empty 21-year-old Seamus Gray last seen March 18th near a Waukegan bar yesterday. The search near the Waukegan harbor after search and rescue canines keyed in on an area of the government pier. Gray nor any new evidence was found. A Crystal Lake man slapped with multiple drug charges. Prosecutors say Philip Dawson was taken into custody last week with fentanyl and other drugs, but was also actively trying to prevent his own arrest. That got him a resisting arrest charge. The 36-year-old also faces multiple drug charges. Will Rock Sports brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Blackhawks lose to Dallas. Bulls and Bucks each in action tonight. Day off for baseball. Opening day is tomorrow. Cubs and Brewers at Wrigley. White Sox will be in Houston against the Astros.
I used to go to the Cubs opener every year, like for 2 decades.
Yeah, are you going tomorrow?
I don't. It's weather-based.
Okay.
How lame am I that it's... But I've sat there, gotten snowed on at Wrigley, gotten rained on, had 70-degree days,
Right.
all of that. There was one year where we were in the bar, and it was so cold and icky that there was this lady, and she had all this Cubs stuff on. She was like 80 years old. And I'm like, oh, are you going to the game? She's like, no, I can't get tickets. And it was really crappy out, so I'm like, well, you got some now. And I sent her to the game, and I
how
stayed.
sweet is that?
No, it was just I didn't want to freeze my ass off. It wasn't that. Don't credit me with that. So tomorrow is cloudy, 19% chance of. But that's
It's honestly, I have to keep checking my weather because it's changing like
So
by the
44
minute.
degrees.
So I might be here tomorrow, or I might be freezing my ass off at Wrigley Field.
What time's the game?
It's a 110 or whatever. I'm trying to get Chicago weather for tomorrow. I can't. The keyboard won't work, so I can't get it. We'll just say it's like around here. So I don't know. Do you have a computer with a working keyboard?
I do.
No, never mind. Anyway, coming up, if you have so I don't know. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe I won't, or maybe I'm because I went
It
for
says
years.
52. It says 52
What-
and
what-
partially sunny.
What chance of rain?
There's a precipitation of 3%.
So the problem is
It will rain.
The problem is at Wrigley Field, if it says 52 for the area, inside the ballpark,
It's going to be
it's 20
32.
degrees colder.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that, but anyway, we shall see. I'm sorry, I'm working on some audio. My producer is working on some audio over here. I believe I have it. With Leah, we were talking about the trip, and we were talking about different places we're going to. And Leah was like, "What are you?" Here's some doom and gloom
Will
from
Rock.
Tim.
95.
All right, here's Tim with the news.
Yeah.
Chin.
Yeah, he has a dimple in his chin, and
There it
people are
is.
like, "Oh my god, you have a butt chin!" Like, no, I'd lick his butt chin. I stand by that.
Well, that's the end of that conversation. All right, here's Tim with the news. I'm pretty good on the fly. I'm pretty quick on my feet. I'm slightly quickly witted, but I got nothing with lick his butt chin. Dr. Pete still has the ultimate dental comfort in-office IV sedation. If you need dental work done, go see Dr. Pete. With the in-office IV sedation, it is pain-free dentistry, whether it's a cleaning and a checkup, or you need your root canal or your wisdom teeth or whatever it is, Dr. Pete can do it. He now is also offering dermal fillers and Botox. That's right. Dr. Pete is trained and certified in Botox and dermal fillers. If you've been thinking about it or you do it and you're looking for a new place to do it, maybe you want to save some money, he can get you a free evaluation and consultation today, and you can save $40 on each and every treatment with the Evolus coupon. You want to know more? Go to the website. It's gurneydental.com or call and make an appointment today at 847-336-7300, 847-336-7300. Find Dr. Peter Wade Zunis online at gurneydental.com.
I have the hots for John Travolta.
Then how do you
I
not know
would lick
Grease
his
is...
butt
If somebody
chin.
says Grease and you don't know the word,
I
you would lick
was-
his what?
His butt chin.
His what?
His butt chin. Because he has
He has a butt chin?
Yeah, he has a dimple in his chin. And people are like, oh my God, you have a butt chin. Like, no, I'd lick his butt chin.
Well, that's the end of that conversation. I can't with you.
Well, it's people want to like hate on somebody that has the butt chin. Like, oh, you see their butt chin?
I
Like,
did not know
you
that
didn't.
there was butt chin phobia or there's a large butt chin anti-group.
Yeah, there is.
They have signs. Do they do protests?
I'm sure there's a walk somewhere you can join this
to help
weekend.
help the victims of butt chin. Look at poor Johnny.
Yeah, but John Travolta can afford to get the butt chin.
The dimple in the chin.
fixed. But
Won't you
what makes
please
him.
help? We get Sarah McLaughlin out there, and she's just $5 a day can help poor John Travolta have his butt chin surgically corrected.
I'm sure.
You know Jennifer Grey, who was in Dirty, she was Baby in Dirty Dancing, and then she got the money for that. And she was a star and all that. She got her nose fixed or something?
Yes.
And then they wouldn't hire her for films anymore. They wanted
That was her thing.
with her thing.
Well, that's
So-
like Michael Strahan and his gap in his teeth.
Right.
He could get it fixed, but that's
Plus, where will the buses drive in and out of his mouth if he doesn't have it? My mom always said that gap in the teeth meant that their parents had VD or something. When they were
really.
crazy
Madonna.
stuff my mom said. So, welcome to the show there, Isabel. This is what we do every day.
I was thinking dimples like in the cheeks, but
Yeah.
never on the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dimple in the chin.
Would you lick his cheeks if he had regular dimples?
No, my husband has a big dimple on.
Have you licked it?
Not lately.
So you will lick a stranger's.
John Travolta's not a stranger.
Oh, you think you're good friends? You've seen him in the movies, so if you saw him out in public, you could walk up and just lick his chin because you and him are
It's
friends.
so interesting. I've seen people put M&Ms in their dimples and play games. So
Well, Leah wants to put her tongue. That's the game.
no.
It's pin the tongue on the butt chin. It's a very popular game. All right. That's what we do, Isabel. This is the radio station that you're aligned with now for the fall road trip.
Yes, I wonder what games will be played there.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So
if you're booking and you have a butt chin.
No, questions on the text line. Somebody said, does it cost extra to hang with Tom the entire trip? Just wondering. So, like, no, it does not cost
No.
extra. But if you want to lick any divots or dimples on my body, there is an upsell.
Is
There is
there
an
a butt
upcharge.
chin underneath that goatee?
No.
No
No,
dimple?
I'm not hiding anything.
Okay.
I feel like it got awkward now. Like, if there is, you're going to lick me. So now I always have to have facial hair. Great. 95 Will Rock, the rock station. Song makes me stool dance. Sea Cruise. We're going on a sea cruise in September, the 95 Will Rock Fall road trip on the Celebrity Edge. I'm looking forward to the ship with the magic carpet and all that. But yeah, we're going some places September 21st to the 30th. You can find out the entire itinerary and book online at 95willrock.com right now, or you can call Travel Leaders. They're open. 833-TL trips. We're very limited on space on this. This is an incredible deal. We took some time to get this put together. We had some different itineraries we were looking at and all that. Very expensive to do stuff like this. Travel is back, but very expensive right now. But we got a great deal for what's included. This is, if you have a bucket list, it's time to start checking things off before your knees go or you die.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely a great price for everything we're getting. So
yeah, Leah said she had what was your question? You had a question?
Yeah, I just you're listing off all of these stops and activities to do when you get back on the ship. When do you nap? Like I need.
So you're right. You can be as active as you want. There's always something happening on the ship.
I don't want to miss out though.
You can go into
either.
port and whatever. I do like to lay down for an hour in the afternoon and recharge.
The bats.
So that you can go to the casino at night.
Yeah,
disco.
right. Casino, disco.
Well, yeah, 'cause all of that sounds
There's
fun.
a champagne bar.
Oh.
And it's ice. It's like frozen ice around it. And the guys do the flair bartending and all that. That's where the silent disco is. There's always stuff going on. You can nap, or they have this coffee thing that is included.
Coffee.
And I go and get a double espresso.
Okay. That does it.
After dinner.
It's a nice cafe with all these wonderful baked goods.
They got little biscottis, and you have a cappuccino.
I always
or espresso.
wondered.
And I hit the double espressos,
Yeah, extra
and then
foam.
off to the disco or off to the casino.
The people that get the coffee after dinner, you know how when you're out to eat and they
I
ask
don't
you
do
that?
I don't do that. I never do that.
But that's
But
the
after
key.
I go to the little special place
Okay.
and I get a double espresso, and it is literally, you can walk then into the casino feet away, and you're jacked.
Okay.
So you're ready to roll.
That's the key.
Yeah.
I do. I sleep some, but very little, because it's always, and I feel okay. The beds are nice. The cabins are nice.
You could take a mini 15-minute nap on the carpet and just relax.
Ooh.
You can take
That
on
sounds
the
nice.
pool deck.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
The Mediterranean is beautiful, so you can nap or not. It's
I'll
up
figure
to you.
it out.
Yeah. Are you thinking about going? Yeah.
I mean, I might have
I've
to.
never had a co-host say
Absolutely.
yes.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had a co-host go, because it's always kids and money, and it
She
costs
seems
some money.
excited. She said-
Kids.
So we get a night in Barcelona. We fly out of O'Hare on the 21st of September. Then we get a day and a night in Barcelona to see Barcelona. Then we go to Valencia, Spain, and then we go to Ibiza, which everybody knows, the island of Ibiza. That's
Extra
like
coffee there to get some energy
That's a big
for the
deal.
dancing and the energy of the island.
I was wondering what you're going to say after the end, but you can leave it end, but you can leave it off. I know it's a party. Then a day at sea. I love that ship.
So you take a nap.
And wait, that's the pool deck or whatever. Then Portofino, Italy. Then am I saying that right?
Nailed it.
Ajaccio.
What is that?
Ajaccio.
So this is not your native
Ajaccio.
Spanish. This is French. So you're struggling.
Ajaccio.
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 Ajax strap. That's France. So now you're in France.
Français.
Then we go to Florence and Pisa in Italy, where it's the Leaning Tower, and you get to see one of
hold
the
it.
things that and then when it's in the movies, you're like, I was right
I
there.
was there. Or do a selfie.
Yeah, and with the picture with you. And then Rome, Italy, and then back home. Blah. When you're on these trips, it seems like you're there for like a month. It
Yes.
seems like it lasts a month, and then you get back to the airport, you get back to O'Hare, and you're like, damn it, we just left. But
We're
you
back
got to
home.
do these things in your life. We will sell out.
We are selling fairly well.
So I'm not selling it when I talk like this. I feel bad for people who just don't get it. And this is a great price to go see a lot of the world. If you're going to do it, this is the time. I would like to travel with you. We'll go to the text line for the questions coming up in just a couple of minutes. I know I keep saying that. Somebody says, is it butt chin or chin butt? Two different things. Does John? He has
It's
a
a
butt
butt
chin.
chin.
I wonder if he has a chin butt.
We
don't
all
know if
have
there's
a- No, we don't. Never mind. Never mind.
What were you thinking there? We all have a chin butt?
Yeah.
Now I want to see you or your husband with your pants down. What is a chin butt?
Not it.
She thinks she's like, we all have it. And then she's like, no, he's just weird. I can't mention that on the air. You got questions, not about the butt chin or the chin butt, about the trip, text them in now, 815-283-0095 studio, the keyword, we'll get them answered. Or go online to 95willrock.com for the fall road trip with travel leaders and celebrity cruises. It is 9:20.
Showers this morning, high near 40.
Here's Ozzy on Will Rock. Ozzy with patient number 9. Little known fact, when he sings about patient number 9, a lot of people don't know what was patient number 9 about. And it was actually a guy, it was a true story, a guy who was in the hospital and he was having a butt chin abatement. Where they were repairing the guy's butt chin because of all the ridicule he had received for his butt chin.
If you're not attractive enough,
random women licking his face.
Yeah, it happens.
A lot of people don't know that.
It happens.
What? So attractive people can have it, but unattractive people, it's unappealing?
Precisely.
There's a lot to this butt chin thing. Not to be confused with the chin butt, completely different. It is 9:25. Isabella's here from Travel Leaders. We're talking about the fall road trip to Spain and France and Italy and bucket list trip. It is booking fast already. You can call Travel Leaders at 833-TL-TRIPS. And book it now, or if you have questions, or get all the details and book online. Do we have is there a deadline? Is there a booking deadline? Is there a final date?
There is. I can't recall the exact date, but I mean, I'd be more worried about this selling out.
It'll sell out
it's
before
selling really well. So
these trips do sell, and we're locked on the amount of space.
Correct.
That we have.
We
do waiting lists then, and usually have a person or two drop out. Then we fill those with waiting lists. But,
yes. But I mean,
I'm not selling it to you this morning. I'm doing you a favor and telling you to book it now. Basically,
great itinerary. Yeah. I'm very
Incredible.
excited about the itinerary.
Yeah. So anyway, it is 9:26. If you have questions, I'll get them answered in just a couple of minutes. 815-283-0095, the number to text to studio, the keyword. 815-283-0095. Studio, the keyword.
Snow showers this morning, high near 40 tonight. A low, of 47 or 27.
A little butt chin hair in her throat. And you're licking the butt chin and you get a little haircut in your throat.
It happens to the best of us.
Super short.
27, not 47, by the way. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy. That's when it's going to be 47. It is 36 in Beach Park and 34 in Antioch. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rack Happy Hour News. Now, you don't have to worry about sneaking booze onto the cruise ship.
Included.
That is included. However, we've all been there before, right? Going into a concert maybe or a sporting event.
We had do a Packer game, and it was Jaeger in a flask.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
And
how'd you get it in, though?
Jaeger, you generally drink it cold. Room temperature is okay, but warmed to 98.6.
Because where was it at? Was it in your undercarriage?
We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. But body temperature Jaeger,
not
big
so
mistake.
much.
I like a nice martini or champagne, so I don't know that I could sneak.
You can sneak it in there? No.
Well, no, we have a champagne bar there, so.
Oh, on the cruise ship, you don't even worry about it. Yeah, we
No.
don't sneak anything in.
Well, it is amazing. And if you are a parent and you've ever been to a sporting event, us moms, we get pretty creative.
So when they have those Tervises and it says mommy juice, if they're ever inspected, all the mommies are getting kicked out.
Right. It is never juice.
Nobody is fooled by that, but it's a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Right.
Do you know when you see a guy drinking out of a paper bag on the street, do you know why they're drinking out of the paper bag?
Because the liquor store gives it to you.
Yeah, but why? Do you know why?
No.
It's for the police. It's so that if the police saw that you were drinking on the street, they'd have to do something about it.
But if it's in a
But
brown
if it's
paper
in a paper
bag.
bag, they can just ignore it, and they don't
Right.
have to worry about arresting every wino or whatever for drinking whatever.
Well, it is amazing how creative people will get to avoid paying for overpriced booze.
Right.
But this woman in Australia.
Australia?
Her name is Alexandria.
Was that your Australian accent?
No,
Australia.
I combined her name and where she's at. Her name is Alexandria.
Okay. From
and she's going
Australia.
viral after she posted a video from a Bon Iver concert this month. So her and her friend didn't want to. It's not even it's so much paying for the drinks. They didn't want to wait in line at the bar.
I get that.
So she bought a loaf of sourdough bread, hollowed it out,
Delicious.
and hid a bottle of wine in it.
As good as sourdough. I hate sourdough. So they hit a bottle of wine.
In
So
the
you can take a loaf of sourdough
Yes.
bread into these concerts?
The venue doesn't let you bring your own alcohol, but it lets you bring your own food. So she knew security wouldn't bother checking.
Okay.
She posted a video on TikTok of her pouring a glass of wine from the bread, of course, and told reporters that she had spent $200 on the ticket, didn't want to spend any more money on the booze. And it worked.
Yeah.
Hollowing out.
Yeah, now we know. So
Sourdough
next time
bread.
you're at a soccer game or a baseball game and you see Leah looking like she's enjoying a big sandwich.
Mind your business.
She's looking like she's gnawing on a loaf of bread. She's actually drinking out of the loaf. It's a bottle of wine in there.
Sourdough wasn't meant to be eaten as you.
I hate sourdough.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's ridiculously
It's not good.
big. Now listen, not bagel. pretzel buns, the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I wish I were. So when we were in high school, kids don't drink; it's bad for you. Blah blah blah. When we were in high school, we would go to the college radio convention, even though we were high school kids. And our radio advisor would take us on the Metro train to Chicago to go to Loyola for the college radio convention. We would want to take, like, the college kids would be drinking and stuff, and we would want to, like, join the party. So we would bring our own booze with us, and we thought he was going to inspect our luggage. So we went and got an entire case of Perrier water and dumped all the Perrier out and put booze in the bottles and recapped them and put them back in the box. And that's how crazy. And he never checked. But here we are.
All that work.
Why do we get Perrier? I don't know. We thought, we won't drink city
that.
water.
We want fancy.
We need to hydrate, Mr. Havel. We would like fancy Perrier.
So
Anyway, we're going on a ship in September. You know, people there are people who are anti-cruise, and I don't understand that.
I don't understand.
I think people the ships now are so very stable that you can't tell that you're on a cruise. Well, the first cruise I went on, I was anti-cruise. It was in 93 or 4.
Did you have a bad cruise experience?
Well, at the end of the cruise, we got our bill for our drinks, which was like 4 times more than we paid for the cruise. You know,
Oh,
'cause
you did not have the all-inclusive concept.
they didn't have it then.
And then what happens?
didn't
Do
have
they
it.
not
Right.
let you off
You
of the
got to
ship?
pay your drink bill at the end of the cruise, or you don't get off the boat. You got to figure it out. But that was back then, and the ships were smaller and less stable. And if you got seasick, you would get seasick then. Now on the ships, you barely. I like it when you can feel them move. And
Do you?
But you barely do.
Yeah, you barely feel
If you
anything.
get a midship cabin lower down, you barely in your room, in your cabin, you barely. If you want to feel it move, you get a higher up one at the ends, at the fore or aft, the front of the ship or the back of the ship, because that's where the movement's more. You still don't feel it much. They don't move much.
No.
And I like the movement. It used to be you'd get off the ship and you'd still feel the ship moving even when you were on land. We'd have like phantom. I loved that. But it's not a thing anymore. So if you're like, oh, I'm gonna get seasick, you're not, or take some Dramamine or whatever. But
Yeah, no, I
you're
had a great
not,
experience.
you know. And then people were like it used to be, you had to have your dinner at the same time every night with the same people at the same. And now it's like you just go when you
Do
want.
what you want.
You're on your, and there's all the specialty restaurants. But even the main dining room is better than, it's like fine dining every night.
It's very, and the
there's
views
many
from there
options,
as well.
and it's beautiful. Yeah. So like if people are against cruising still, I don't understand what that is. Let's get some of the questions here for Isabel from Travel Leaders. We're going in September on the Celebrity Edge, which is a ship I've always wanted to go on, from Barcelona. We go Spain, Italy, France, more Italy. Just a great itinerary. It's an incredible deal. We had another itinerary that we sort of teased, and people are upset about that, but that is thousands of dollars more. This is an incredible deal to go to all these places in Europe and get all your meals and drinks included. And your airfare alone is going to be $1,700.
Entertainment.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
my goodness.
this is a great package deal. If you want to go, I implore you to go. Now, the questions, what do we have for questions here for you? Somebody said they want to know if they can go solo. You can go solo.
You can go solo.
It costs more.
Correct.
There's an add-on.
Correct.
But we've had people in the past, if you join the Cabin Fever group on Facebook, which is now just our travel group, you can meet people and
I mean, I
pair
traveled
up with
solo
people.
as a tour manager with the group and met some really nice people that I haven't engaged with
Yeah.
before. I mean, I was at the silent disco all by
Well,
myself.
if you want to, if it's for money, you can try and find somebody to go with on the CFG group or come
Yeah.
out to 501s. It's a great group of people, and there will
You'll
be other
find
people.
somebody.
That wanna go. If it's if you want to save the supplement that you got to pay for going solo, but if it's just you don't have, if you can pay the supplement, and you want to have your own cabin or whatever, you won't be solo. This is a group of people, and it'll be a tight knit group because it's not the 260 people we take on CFG. It'll be a smaller. You will end up with best friends for life
Correct.
after this.
Yes, and then you'll at least
You will
start
have
seeing
friends.
the first few days, people start getting to know each other, and then towards half the trip, they're already bonding, planning the next port outings and things like
Right,
that.
they go and do
dinners.
stuff to do. Yeah. You're not going to be solo on the trip even. Somebody wanted to know, is there an inside room price? So the cabins that we're doing are all outside and have the virtual veranda.
So
or
they're the
whatever.
verandas,
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah.
So
There is
yeah,
an inside cabin price, but you
There
don't save.
is.
You don't save that much. It's not, to me, it's not worth it. You want to be able to look outside the ship.
Correct.
But if you need to save a little money to be able to go on this trip, there is an inside price.
I mean, go ahead and send us an email, call us. Our great travel advisors are able to take the call and we can guide you through that, but we would have to get pricing for you. But I mean, we always recommend the verandas. That's what we
Yeah.
hold. Those really fly off the shelf. So we wanted to secure that.
What can you save on it? I mean, I know you don't know.
I mean, it depends on what they
Couple
give us
$100
because we
bucks.
have a great deal here for our group.
Right.
And
I
this
think
is-
we have a better deal. Like
we-
there'll be people on this cruise that paid more for inside rooms, inside cabins than our people paid for
for
the veranda
all the
ones because
package
we get a
inclusions
deal.
that we have as well
Yeah. This is a good deal.
Flight.
Yeah.
included.
And you have
Pre-night.
there is a flight, there is a deal that includes the pre-night and the cruise, but not the flight. If you have like airline points or
Yeah, so you could
want
book
to
land
do
only.
or if you want to go a little longer and meet us there or stay a little longer
Yeah, if you
and
wanna-
do your
absolutely.
own thing, that's possible
That
too.
is possible. So our travel advisors are able to help you with those questions as well and help you book that at 833-TL Trips. That's 833-TL Trips. Again, thank you to our team at our travel advisors at Travel Advisors for Travel Leaders Discovery World Travel. I mean, really appreciate everything that they do, and they're ready and taking our calls. We've booked already a few cabins, so
Yeah.
I'm really excited how well this is selling.
Somebody wants to know if I will marry them on the. I don't know if they mean marry them. If they'll get married to me, or if I will officiate.
Officiate at one of the ports.
Yeah, I don't know. I can do it legally here in the States. I don't know if I can do it legally there, but we could sign the documents here, and then I could dummy something up there, and we could do. But but a captain can actually marry. That's a real thing that a captain can marry people on a ship.
So if you fall in love with a stranger on a ship, you can marry
Well,
him.
you have to get a license. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
I mean, I haven't had that happen before.
But I think they can actually do that. I don't know. Look into it.
There's a basilica, that we could stop at in Barcelona.
All right, we're going to Basilica in Barcelona. All right, we're running it down one more time. The details of the trip. Isabel is here from Travel Leaders. If you have other questions, I would suggest calling them at 833-TL-TRIPS. Or get all the details and book online at 95wheelrock.com. It's 9:40.
Showers this morning, high near 40.
Plus, I have a thing I would like Isabel to do for us that is unrelated to this trip while I have you here, okay?
Is it sniffing your armpits?
Oh, my heavens.
No, we've already covered that. It's licking my butt chin.
You don't have one.
No, I have a butt chin. I don't have a chin butt. No, I don't. Which do I have?
You don't have either.
I suck. All right. Before we let Isabel from Travel Leaders go, I have a project for her. I don't know if you want to do it or not when we get out of here. So somebody on the text line, the one guy doesn't like me talking about YOLA all the time. Jerry wants to know if one of you can give him 4K so he can hang out with Tom and hear stories about YOLA. I do. I talk about her a lot. Too bad. Deal with it, F you. No, but I don't have the 4K, Jerry. I wish you could go on a trip. You would love it. You would love YOLA. But so she speaks Polish, and my ultimate goal is to go to Poland with her and go around Poland looking like Americans and have people speak Polish and talk about us in front of us, thinking that she doesn't know Polish because she will straight she will straight up cut a bitch. I'll tell you that right now. She is.
I wouldn't mess with her.
Yeah, no, she will curb stomp them. But we have a Spanish language station here in the building, and
I heard someone talking Spanish when I arrived. I was like,
but I want to go hang out by them when we get out of here, and I want you to hang out by us and act like you don't speak Spanish and see if they talk about us, because I think they're talking about us.
They're
talking about us all the time.
Nice.
They're some of my favorite people in the building. It's because I don't have to talk to them. So that's my project, to see if they're talking smack about us. All right, if you want to go on a trip, Travel Leaders is open, 833-TL Trips, 833-TL Trips. This will sell out. I am not selling anything to you. I don't need to. I'm telling you as a friend, do it, bucket list thing, if it's within your means. And you're not going to get a deal like this on something of this quality with these things included, drinks, meals, pre-night in Barcelona, all the different things on the cruise. It's a deal. Call Travel Leaders, 833-TL Trips. If you're solo, don't worry about it. If you've never been on a cruise, trust me, it isn't what you think it is. You're going to love it. The food is great. The drinks are great. And the people are incredible. And you can knock 3 countries off your bucket list when you don't have to pack and move every time. Your room goes with you on the Celebrity Edge. Anything else? Am I missing anything?
Bottomless champagne. You get Tom.
Bottomless champagne. Your drinks are included. Hang out at the champagne bar and do the silent disco.
All the things.
Go see Le Petit Chef. The ship alone to me. And I will broadcast one day if we can get it figured out. I think I need to go on another celebrity cruise and test the equipment. Talk to my friend Daniel about that.
We will.
Let's get it done.
I recommend that we
It doesn't have to be a long
nice.
one. It could be a Caribbean one. We could just cruise around with me and Leo, go and check the equipment.
Lee, I'm glad you're coming.
Whatever. So, yeah. See how I included you there? For
I appreciate that.
Yeah. If they can't get 2 of us, I'll just go. We don't need her.
Who's going to plug in the stuff and lug it around?
No, I can do it just for this occasion. Sure? Yeah. Don't say that too much, or we'll be doing it on a cabin fever getaway, too. All right. So, Travel Leaders, 833-TL Trips. Anything else we're missing? I don't think so. I think we covered it.
No, just thanks to our travel advisors back home who are already taking calls. So, thank you, everyone, for calling us at Travel Leaders Discovery World Travel.
Book it quickly, 833-TL Trips, or get details and book online at 95willrock.com. Isabel's going to go out in the hallway and find out who I have to curb stomp on the Spanish language station. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us. So we're really excited. Yeah. Great itinerary. Join us.
Yeah, it seems all right. I don't know.
Let's hit this Mediterranean cruise.
9:47.
Showers this morning, high near 40.
Volbeat on Will Rock.